Everyone, my name is Victor Ogudele, and today I will be showing us what we call income statement when it comes to starting up our business. What do we mean by income statement? So, majorly, this is for people who don't know anything about accounting or finance. So, I will try and as much as possible to simplify it. Income statement is still the same thing we call our profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. What does this actually mean? Number one is it tells us about our business operations. So, what are we doing? Our whole business operations. What is happening in our business? What have we done? Majorly, accounting deals with historical data. So, how have we done from this period to this period? And majorly, we have two important components in our profit and loss accounts, which we call our revenue and expenses. Those are the two things that makes up our profit and loss account. Irrespective of that, the name of the item. Number one thing we need to first of all sit down and think: is this thing an income to our business? We need to analyze that. And the second one is this thing an expenses? So revenue, does it bring in money into our business? And the other one is expensive. Does it take money out of the business? So when I'm saying expenses, does it take money out of the business? Now we need to understand, okay, this type of expenses, is it actually a variable cost, a fixed cost? And there's difference between the variable cost, fixed cost, and asset. Mind you, when you actually buy an asset, money actually goes out of the business. In the next video, we'll be talking more about assets. But for our income statement, also known as our profit and loss account, our revenue and expenses are what is our component. So if you look into this, our short profit and loss account that we have here, you can see that we have revenue, which is also known as sales. We have a lot of name accountants do call all these items. So we have our revenue. Next thing we have is our cost of sales. What are the direct costs related to us generating these sales? So when we are talking about cost of sales, just see it as this: if we don't incur this cost, are we still going to make sales? So if we did not buy inventory for a manufacturing company, are we still going to produce, talk less of making that sales? That if our machine, if it's not working in the factory, if it's not producing, are we still going to produce and sell? That guy in charge of that machinery, if the guy decide not to come to work, are we still going to produce or not? So those are the items that forms our cost of sales. So for a person selling bottle water, so if you don't produce plastic, do you have another means in which you are going to put your water for people to buy? So those are things that form our cost of sales, and our cost of sales less our sales will give us our gross profit. Mind you, this gross profit is what cater for every other expensive in the business operation. So it's from this gross profit that we now start reducing our administration expenses. So salaries of people who are directly not related to our business, utilities, some other expenses, we need to consider that. So some part of the utility expenses can form part of our cost of sales. So we should always know how to categorize our expenses. So we have our selling expenses, and we have our earning before interest and tax after we've deducted all our operational expenses. Then we now have our interest expenses. So imagine you are funding your business with a loan, so the cost of that loan is what we call interest expenses. Then the next one is tax you need to pay government, and the next one is our net profit. So I will analyze this our income statement again. When I talk about revenue, a lot of people eat from this revenue. So when we make our revenue, the first people that eat from it is our suppliers, people that supply us the materials that we use in producing our business. So after that, then we now people supporting our business. So people working for us, people trying to drive us, and the landlord that gave us place to use, which form part of our rent, and other items. Those people eat from it. Then the next one is